Hey yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Boxing Fanatic. I'm back with another one. Check out Mace and what he had to say about Tank, Frank Martin.
Me personally, I know this will sound weird, but I'm going with Frank Martin. Again, this is one of those situations. Not this is one of those situations, but I'm starting to see something in Tank that I saw like with Earl Spence, right? That even if it's not this fight, he's coming upon that time where we're gonna find out who he really is. Because I don't think, as of right now, we still know who Tank is, because we never seen him in trouble. We always see him as the bully. We always see him as the person running through everybody. So I think the time comes when, even if it's not this time, the time is coming where we're gonna see that put to the test. Me personally, I know this.
So that's what Mace Gumbo, I've been around the world, had to say about Tank. Well, he making that analogy. He comparing Tank to Earl Spence. Let's talk about it.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
I don't know what planet Mace done fell off on, but he need to come back to reality. He's saying Gervonta Tank Davis is a Earl Spence. Don't nobody know who Tank is? Listen to him again. Just check him out. Mace is tripping. He said, don't nobody really know who Tank is.
That even if it's not this fight, he's
man, you better go check this man's track record. You gotta go see how many arenas he done sold out.
As of right now, we still know who Tank is.
Go see how many people he done knocked out. This man got 29 fights with 27 or 28 knockouts. You tripping. But I just finished watching the weigh-in. Frank Martin. Tank came in at 133. Frank Martin came in at 134. Frank Martin looked like he pushing it. He looked like he could fight at 140. I mean, he a big 135 pounder, but they got a 10-pound rehydration clause come tomorrow. They're going to weigh in before the fight. I think he going to look probably a little dehydrated. He did look a little, I don't want to say dehydrated, but he looked like he focused. He looked like he ready. But I'm taking Tank. Again, my fight card, my prediction. As you about to see, I'm about to roll my fight prediction on this fight card this weekend. I'm taking Ben Whitaker, right? I'm taking Benavidez, right? I'm taking Tank. I'm taking Gary Antoine Russell. I'm taking Carlos Adames. And I'm taking Mark Magsayo. I mean, of course, we still got the Elijah Garcia versus Kyron Davis. That fight, I'm going to stay away from. I mean, that fight can go either way, but even in a David Benavidez versus Alexander Vostok, that fight can go either way. And a Tank versus Frank Martin. But I'm pretty confident in my fight card. You know, I just see Tank. It's going to be a chess match between Tank and Frank Martin. They both are counter punchers. I think I made a video about this. The guy that make the most mistakes gonna win. I mean, gonna lose. And whoever made the most mistakes got to make the other guy, you know, pay for it. It's gonna be a lot of hand positioning, a lot of jocking, a lot of feints, a lot of counter punching. It's gonna be I don't want to say no head clashes, but it might be some knockdowns in this fight. But if I was a betting man, I'm betting with Tank. I'm betting with Tank. Can Frank Martin pose some threat? Yes. But I just think that Tank is built for this. Frank Martin, he just started boxing at 20 or 21. Tank been doing this since he was a snot nose. So I'm going to go with the experience. I'm going to go with the guy that got the most amateur fights. I'm going to go with the guy that got the most pro fights. when Tank was I think Tank was becoming the champion. Fighting in 2015, Frank Martin was still fighting in the amateurs. Tank was already a pro. So I'm going with the guy with the most experience. I'm going with Tank Benavidez, Carlos Adames, my boy Gary Antoine Russell. I'm taking Ben Whitaker, Mark Masayo. Man, listen, y'all about to take this fight card, all right? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If you want more picks, I'm going to have more picks for some more fight cards that's going to be coming up. But y'all make sure y'all comment and like and subscribe. And I will be going live, all right? So y'all tune in, all right? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One more time. One love, one life. I'm out. Peace.
Hey, get that look right there. Right there.
Hey, Tank a fool for that one, boy. He got Frank Martin to flinch. Man, just finished watching What a Fight Worship with Boxing Fanatic. I'm back with another one. You got Gervonta, Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. The final press conference. As you just seen, Frank Martin and Tank flinched at him. And you seen the reaction from Frank Martin. He was on point now. Don't get it twisted, but this is something we're going to be talking about.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
So, just finished watching Tank versus Frank Martin, and Earl Spence had a couple things to say at the end of the press conference. But the whole time, Tank and Frank Martin, they was jawing at each other. Man, I'm betting on this fight card. So I'm taking David Benavidez, right? I'm taking Tank, right? I'm taking Carlos Adames, right? I'm taking Sabril Matisse, right? I gotta take my boy Gary Antoine Russell Jr., right? And I'm also taking Ben Whitaker. He fight, but he don't fight on this card. He fight over there in the UK. If y'all gonna want to bet, take my fight card. Trust me, you're gonna win. All right, so let's talk boxing. So, Tank versus Frank Martin. Two southpaws versus, each other. Like I said in one of my previous videos, where they're gonna be jockeying for, probably, hand and foot position. Where, we're going to see that lead foot, that lead hand, they're going to try to get position, to land their best shot. I think the fighter that make the most mistakes in this fight is going to pay for it. They both got power, they both got skills, they both got ring IQ, but we already know what Tank coming to do. And we seen Frank Martin get in some tough fights, but we done seen Tank in some tougher fights where, he's down on the scorecard and he come back and put him to sleep. And we seen what Tank did to Ryan Garcia. We seen what Tank did to Mario Barrios. Could Frank Martin do the same thing to both of those guys? I don't know. I don't think so. Frank Martin is a great guy. He's a good fighter. But I just think that Tank is, levels be, beyond him. I'm surprised Earl Spence and, I know I don't want to, you might want to say they homeboys, they like each other, they tolerate each other, but I think, I don't know why Tank ain't fighting back at Earl Spence and, bring up Crawford. You ain't say that in the fight against Crawford. You ain't do that against the fight against Crawford. And, Spence got a fight coming up against Sebastian Fundora, which I don't think he's going to win that fight. I just think he don't. If I was him, that's not a good look for him. Being that Sebastian Fundora, he got the height, he got the reach, and I think he got the power. So Earl Spence's best game is try to get in close on Sebastian Fundora. But if I was Sebastian Fundora, use my height to my advantage and use my jab to my advantage. Keep Earl Spence out. Don't let him get in. Play that box out game with the jab, with his built-in selfie stick. But with this fight against Gervonta and Frank Martin, I think Tank gonna have to make Frank fight off the back foot, make him fight when he don't want to fight. Make Frank Martin let his hands go, make Frank Martin get a little clumsy with his shots. And what I mean by clumsy, just, throwing shots to try to just keep Tank off of him because, Tank just coming at him, and letting his hands go. But I don't think Frank Martin just gonna be, being that the guys that Frank Martin have been in there with ain't been, Tank caliber. They don't compare to Tank. And same thing in, Tank, they haven't been no Frank Martin. So, but I mean, Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia and your boy Hector Garcia, they was good, and Leo Santa Cruz, and a lot of other fighters that Tank done been in there with them pose a lot of threat, but they just couldn't, get the job done. Let's see if Frank Martin get the job done, by having, Derrick James in his corner, teaching him, some of the strategies, some of the game plan that they're going to be coming up with. Can Frank Martin, make some adjustments when it's time to make those adjustments in the fight, during fight time, if he can make those adjustments, we'll see if Tank can make those adjustments. We already know Tank can make adjustments. Tank said he gonna split his eye. He gonna break his jaw. He might bust his nose. We all know. Break his nose. We all know. This is a fight to be seen. I would love to be at the fight, but like I said, my fight card, if y'all want to bet, take that fight card. Take Benavidez. Take Tank. Take Carlos Adames. Take Sabril Matiz. Take Ben Whitaker. Take my boy Gary Antoine Russell. That's a fight card, and trust me, you gonna hit. Y'all let me know what y'all think, all right? Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One love, one life. I'm out. Peace.